Hi, if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on other social media platforms to get updated.
It's the day of the Maharashtra Bandh, which was called off finally this evening by the Dalit groups. Large parts of the state, though, were held hostage with protests triggered by Monday's caste violence that had taken place in Pune and then in Mumbai.
YouTube removes Logan Paul from top-tier Google ad platform, and YouTube Red projects on hold. That's his movie, The Thing, New World Order.
Rewriting history, ISRO successfully launches its 100th satellite along with 30 others in a single mission from the spaceport of Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh.
And for 38 minutes, everyone in Hawaii thought that they were about to get nuked.
शारजा में ब्लाइंड क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप जीतकर वतन लौटी टीम का दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट पर जोरदार स्वागत किया गया।
We are now launching a flagship national health protection scheme to cover 10 crore poor and vulnerable families. This is approximately 50 crore beneficiaries.
Tens of millions of people all over the planet tuning in for the opening ceremony of the Winter Games.
And we're following the latest in China, where the country is moving to allow President Xi Jinping to stay in power indefinitely. The ruling Communist Party announced Sunday that it will abolish presidential term limits.
Nearly 25,000 farmers have continued their long march from Nashik to Mumbai and are seeking to have their various demands fulfilled, including a complete loan waiver. The farmers have planned to herao the Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha after reaching Mumbai for a resolution to their issues.
A month after America's latest high school massacre, a national day of action. Students walking out of schools across the country, demanding something be done.
76-year-old physicist whose incredible discoveries changed the way we think about the entire universe. He passed away overnight. His story of resilience, passion, and overcoming the odds is inspiring so many.
Yesterday, Vladimir Putin won re-election with 76% of the vote. So congratulations.
This was a major. And I'm really
The International Cricket Council has handed Australian cricket captain Steve Smith a one-match suspension after the ball tampering scandal on day 3 of the test against South Africa in Cape Town.
We're sadly witnessing another suspected chemical attack in Syria. Activists say at least 40 people were killed, hundreds wounded, in a targeted attack on a hospital in a rebel-held city east of Damascus.
The supreme leader of North Korea walking across the dividing line into the south. Kim Jong-un then grabbed the hand of South Korean President Moon Jae-in, and together they stepped back for a moment onto North Korean soil.
Saddam runs 400 ashrams across India, was found guilty of raping a 16-year-old girl 5 years ago in his ashram.
प्रदूषण के मामले में अगर कोई ओलंपिक हो तो हम पहले नंबर पर आएंगे और गोल्ड मेडल जीतेंगे। वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इसके लिए हमें प्रदूषित शहरों वाला गोल्ड मेडल दे भी दिया है।
I think Donald Glover gave us something that, I mean, it's a piece of art. It's something that is open to interpretation.
Walmart has confirmed that it is buying out Flipkart. This is, like I said, the biggest e-commerce deal in the world. Subject to regulatory approval in India, they are going to be paying $16 billion for an initial stake of approximately 77% in Flipkart. Now,
today, net neutrality was finally repealed.
Today, Canada, our neighbor to the north, becomes one of 2 countries in the world to legalize marijuana for recreational use.
Maharashtra government's ban on plastic bags and thermocol products comes into force today. Steep fines up to 5,000 rupees will be levied on the manufacture, usage and sale of products made of plastic and thermocol.
Saudi Arabia's King Salman has decided to allow women to drive. The change will take effect next June.
India is perceived to be the most dangerous country in the world when it comes to women's security and at the highest risk of sexual assault. These were the outcomes of the poll, of a perception poll done by the Thomson Reuters Foundation survey.
How many of you? 13. Brilliant. You have been here 10 days.
France are the champions of the world.
And the European Union has hit Google with a record fine equal to $5 billion. The EU says Google violated antitrust laws.
Shares of the social media giant plunged nearly 20% yesterday. That erased about $120 billion of Facebook's market value.
Today marks the longest lunar eclipse of the 21st century, 1 hour and 42 minutes. At its peak, the moon will turn completely red, known as a blood moon.
Apple just hit $1 trillion in market value.
PepsiCo, the company, announcing that CEO Indra Nooyi is going to step down from the position on October 3rd. She's been on the job for 12 years. Ramon Laguarta will succeed her.
The former Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, as per the information we are receiving from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, is now no longer with us. He was being critical since yesterday.
In recent days, the amount of rain, especially in Kerala, has been unprecedented in recent history. Well, according to the IMD, since August 8th, Kerala has experienced 40% more rain than usual. And this rain has led to dams filling to capacity. It's been forcing officials to release water from some of the dams, immense amounts of water that are then flooding low-lying areas. Additionally, the rain has caused rivers to overflow, massive mudslides have been occurring, and these landslides in particular have been incredibly destructive, wiping out vehicles, homes, other buildings. One of the state's major airports even having to shut down to at least August 26th, and officials are now calling the flooding in Kerala the worst in a century.
Now, if you watched the fight, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you went through that. That was awful. Okay? I want my money back. The whole chat is just going refund. Everyone.
We start with amazing Amazon. Somewhere CEO Jeff Bezos is smiling, maybe even laughing, as the company becomes the second one ever to hit $1 trillion valuation, coming in right behind Apple a month ago.
Nike did something very bold. Nike decided to feature Colin Kaepernick in their 30th anniversary ad campaign. Colin Kaepernick, as I'm sure you know, was the first NFL player to kneel during the national anthem to protest police violence against African Americans.
377 को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने असंवैधानिक करार दिया। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि समलैंगिकता अपराध नहीं है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि सबको सम्मान से जीने का अधिकार है। समाज की सोच बदलने की जरूरत है।
Do you have a sense of what's happening? What's pushing down your stock by almost 50% at one point?
I think the market rumor mills are pushing down, all and sundry in the market, and specifically financials. And we've seen that not just with our counter, but with other housing finance companies as well. So I guess there is a complete disregard for fundamentals.
Rescuers there digging through destroyed buildings, through huge mounds of debris for any survivors. This after Friday's monstrous earthquake and the disastrous tsunami that followed that earthquake. At least 844 people are now dead in the city of Palu, with the death toll expected to climb much higher.
After a fortnight of denials, Saudi Arabia has admitted that the missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi died during his visit to the country's consulate in Istanbul earlier this month.
This is one of Banksy's most iconic pieces. But just moments later, it seemed to drop through the frame and appear shredded into pieces.
Limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius would require rapid, far-reaching and unprecedented changes in all aspects of the society. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has warned in a new assessment.
Colombo begins its 5 billion-mile journey to Mercury.
The world's longest sea spanning structure, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, officially opened to public traffic on Wednesday morning.
It's the new tallest statue in the world, the so-called Statue of Unity. A likeness of a political leader named Sardar Patel is set to be unveiled this week in India.
Democrats took back control of the House, Republicans retained control of the Senate, and there was a kind of a division in some of the big governor's races.
In just 2 minutes, sales on Alibaba's online platform Tmall hit 10 billion yuan, and that's about $1.4 billion US.
Amazon confirms it will split its second headquarters between New York City and the Washington, D.C. area. The decision is expected to bring an estimated 25,000 new jobs to each location in Queens, New York, and Arlington, Virginia.
There are more protests in France today, even after President Emmanuel Macron promised concessions to angry demonstrators on Monday.
RBI Governor Urjit Patel, who's been fighting a long battle with the finance ministry, has stepped down, citing personal reasons.
3 राज्यों में बीजेपी की हार को देखकर ऐसा लगता है कि केंद्र सरकार की तमाम योजनाएं भी इस बार बीजेपी को बचा नहीं पाई.
YouTube Rewind 2018 is now the most disliked YouTube video in history, with over 10 million dislikes, dethroning the previous most disliked video, which was Justin Bieber's Baby.
A senior Kannada journalist, Gauri Lankesh, was shot dead by unidentified assailants at her residence in Bangalore on Tuesday night.
The series would have already surpassed PewDiePie if it had not been for the massive reaction from the community. Another YouTuber by the name of Mr. Beast especially championing this campaigning online and in the real world with things like billboards. We also had Mr. Six Figures I Was Only 4 doing it even bigger in New York. There were stories popping up on the internet about how tens of thousands of hacked printers were printing PewDiePie propaganda.
Hundreds of people are dead after a volcanic eruption triggered a tsunami in Indonesia over the weekend. At least 800 people were injured and dozens more are still missing.
Hi, hope you like this video. If you like what we do on this channel, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about our uploads. Thanks for watching. See you next time.